How are you doing?
I'm doing wonderful today. How are you?
I'm doing well. Thank you for joining us. So excited to talk to you about this book that you co-authored with Ruth Chambly, who we spoke with last week. So I wanted
Great.
to start by just talking about the importance of Black History Month and the significance of Black women throughout the month in history.
Yes. This is one of the reasons we wrote the book, so that we could get stories out there, their lived experiences, so that young girls could have some ideas, role models if they want those, just idea kind of stories if they want those. But not only is it Black History Month, of course, but tomorrow starts Women's History Month. And so we wanted to time it so that we could encompass both of those.
Right. That's such great timing. So what was your inspiration behind creating the book?
Well, my inspiration has always been my mom,
Yeah.
and so I'm always doing things in that way. But the other inspiration was a first book that I wrote for National Geographic Society called Africana Woman, Her Story Through Time. And Ruth and I were partners on that so many years ago with the National Geographic. And so I wanted to take those stories and kind of melt them down a bit and add new stories for young women. So the other book was an adult book, and we wanted this one. So I was inspired to help the younger women to kind of see some possibilities and spark some excitement from within themselves, hopefully by some of these stories that they read and some of these women that they meet between the covers of this book.
Right, and I think I really like the title of the book, I Am, I Can, I Will, because as you know, as women, as people, life is a journey, and there are so many times throughout life that you have to remind yourself that I am, I can, I will, no matter where you are. And so sharing these stories about the success of other women's or the trials, I think definitely gives great examples for young women to review and know that they're not alone, that other people have been through these, or other people have tried to achieve the goals that they are striving for. So what are some of your favorite stories throughout the book?
Oh my, so many. First of all, we opened the lens very wide over millennia. It started, if you go back to Queen Nzinga, if you go back to Queen Hatshepsut of Egypt, and if you come now, one of my favorite stories is of Bessie Coleman, an aviator who wanted to learn to fly, and through segregated times, she was not able to go to a flight school. So she learned French. And she took herself to France, and she went to school there. She got her license, and she came back to the U.S. and flew planes, not only any kind of plane, but she did stunt plane aviation, so that she could raise money to help other women in need. So that, to me, was one of the wonderful stories, along with Dr. Kizmikia, who helped to develop medicines that helped some of us to get through the pandemic in her 30s. So that was a story to me that's always inspiring. So many of the women, whether they are from this country or others, this time frame or others, they have a story to tell and lessons to teach, and we have lessons to learn. Not only young women, not only African American women, this is for guys as well as adults. Yeah.
Right.
Some women have told me, I bought this book for my granddaughter, but guess what? I'm going to have to buy her another one because I'm keeping this one myself.
Right. Or maybe my son needs to read it or something like that.
Exactly.
Yes. Okay. So can you describe why you chose the title? Why is it sectioned off in I Am, I Can, I Will?
I look at I Am, I Can, I Will as the past, the present, and the future. So we kind of segmented things. That's how I look at it. Ruth is, I think she came up with that term, and it may mean different things to her, but together we put our thoughts and our feelings and, our expertise, hopefully, together. And someone may be inspired by the past, others by the present, others by the future. Right. Some by what someone did, in some field, whether it's dance, whether it's the sciences, whether it's entertainment, you name it. Each of these ways, we found people that exemplified those three areas.
Right.
And we had lots of women, and we had to narrow it way down so we could get it. And then we had to place them into each one of those. Find great quotes, hopefully, for each one of those, and find prompts for each one of those sections so that we could, if you just want to concentrate on, I can do this.
Right.
Then you've got a whole section where you can just look at that if you want today.
I'm
Tomorrow, you might want to look at something else.
Right. I'm sure it was hard to choose a short list of the women to include in this book. So.
Oh, so hard.
So if you had advice to give to your younger self that you hope that younger women take from this book, what would it be?
The sky is the limit. That might be a cliche, but it's so very true. Mm-hmm. Don't limit yourself. And I think I knew that early on, and tried to live by that all of my life. And I would like to take that as hopefully as a mentor to others to say, don't limit yourself. You can do it. You name it and claim it. So that's so good. And I think if they take that and just the words from the title alone, like, you have helped so many young women. And so Dr. Cynthia Jacobs Carter, we appreciate your time and look forward to reading this book that you co-authored with Ruth Chambly. Thank you so much for joining East Texas Now. And I thank you. I appreciate you.
Thank
Much
you.
appreciation.
Bye-bye.
Take care. Bye.